Hello, this is George Senda, the official, the real, the authentic, the original, the one, the only, the guy from Pittsburgh. And I haven't been doing videos because the rain makes my knee swell up, my sinuses go crazy. I have, excuse me, cleared off the top of the clothing rack. I have to move the chair, the folding chair, the stroller, get the three-drawer cabinet out of there. But all the bedding and clothes got moved in there. This was taken off the table. I put the wooden thing of all my medications, screwdrivers, a stand for my iPhone for videos. My inhalers are on one spot now. They kept falling on the floor and stuff. So I got to put the batteries away. I threw out a bunch of recycling. I have not done laundry yet because I just felt horrible. So went to Safeway, went to the UPS store. They charged me $3.69 for a label for FedEx to return something at a $24 refund. So I just got back and I went to Safeway because there's one thing can't get around. I can live without food. I can live without water. I can live without toilet. I can live without coffee. I've done it, but I can't live without toilet paper. I need toilet paper mostly to blow my nose, and my nose keeps running all the time. So that box is stuff I took off the table. I'm going to clear the chair off tomorrow. I got a copy of the Motion Sport Cat from Mama Cat and Kitten letter, so drop that off to housing. And to write the letter to Target's chairman and the manager at Target in Walnut Creek. I have yet to hear from the manager of the woman who accused me of theft, which really still ticks me off. I paid for this stuff. I didn't steal anything. Alright, the channel numbers are 1,435,569 views, 20,877 subscribers. I want to apologize to my channel members. I'm broke. I'm not going much of anywhere till the end of the month. Then I go out with Kathy, so you will see stuff then. But other than sleeping and going through stuff and eventually doing the giant pile of laundry next to my bed here, or across my bed, so I can move the clothing rack, I'm not doing anything worth filming. So I apologize. You'll wait till the end of the month kindly. Nobody's in chat right now. Let me go out and get the cat food bowls. Kitten and Mama Cat ate 95% of the food. I found a nice gray blanket they like, and it's keeping them warm until I can wash the kitty beds because they got soaked. Do laundry here, but probably I'll do a load or two, probably in the morning, and then. Okay, what I got tonight? Garlic. Whoops. Can't see the screen. I got garlic bread, and I got the ever popular toilet paper, and I already fed them something, and Fluffy got his food. I got 4 cans of Friskies, 2 cans of Fancy Feast, and then I will go to Target at some point. I have a thing for a $28 Visa, digital Visa card, but I couldn't get it to work, so I got to call them tomorrow. Did not call ophthalmology. Allergy called me on Tuesday. I've heard nothing back from them. Gave them the whole litany of my history of the allergy clinic and why don't I have shots after all these years. And she says she's going to talk to her advisor, whatever the hell that means, and get back to me. So that'll probably be real soon now. I'm going to not hold my breath. Not to the times I can't breathe. I got a cough drop stuck in here. Okay, there we go. I get stuck to my pocket. One's in the pocket. It's buried in the jacket lining or something. So, I got to call ophthalmology. I got to call the post office box, put behind my credit cards. I got to call them tomorrow. And it's very rich. Someone left a scarf down there and a hat. Very glad I got the scarf. I am shielded. I got to go out and be tiny one and gray. And it was really cold in the bus stop tonight. So that's about all I've been doing. But I did clear up all the bedding. There's my hats and my baseball caps. And then I'll clear out the black thing. And then when Kathy and Patty come over at the end of the month, I will have moved the stroller into the hallway, put the folding chair there, and then I'll have to, once all the laundry's done, I have a 3-drawer bin here. I'll probably put that over there, move the box, put that over there, and then we can move the clothing rack in front of the UFO books and my videos, since I will not be needing the fan until probably March, unless we have some weird heat wave in February like we did a couple of years ago where we had 110 degrees in February, which is crazy. So let's see if anyone's in chat. I found some flannel sheets when they were clean. They're on the bed. They kept me warm. I slept like a log. Nope, nobody here. So I'll stay on for a little bit, and then we'll go put the garlic bread in the oven, and that will be my dinner for the night. Cause I got the meals that my neighbor gives me, but I'm really tired of them. Drinking hot tea with lemon, lemon lift below. I wonder how many of you drink tea with cream or lemon or without anything, no sugar either. So, counting the days to my knee surgery. I don't know. Hold on. Let me look at the calendar. Wink. Okay. 14, 21, 28, 35, 38, 41, 43 days. And I'll be so glad, and maybe hopefully the pain in my right knee will stop with the broken knee being gone. And then hopefully it won't take too long for my knee to heal, and then they'll operate on the left knee. I'll have Patty's scooter in here, which is why I gotta move all this stuff. So you will see videos of me going around downtown Martinez and going to Safeway, and checking the bucks. And I gotta lose more weight. But Jack in the Box has salads and tacos and egg rolls, and I can go get Chinese food or something. Because I get tired of eating TV dinners. So that DiGiorno pizza was excellent the other night. My doctor said lay off pizza, but I get cravings for pizza because I'm tired of eating TV dinners. So that's about it. I've been looking at eBay there's all these videos on studio displays and Thunderbolt displays with newer Macs, but they're mostly for MacBooks. Nobody does one to how to connect it to a Mac Mini. So I found one brand new in the box, which is amazing, but it's like $400 or something. So let's see. Nope, nobody here. They always tell me, come in the chat, go live, and then they don't come in. And I never know when I'm going to get home, but I got lucky with the 98. Let's see what's going on in the notifications. Lucky Ferals, Finicky Cat, cat food, Meet Kevin talking about Germany collapsing financially, and direct weather Arctic invasion is on our doorstep. Prepare for winter cold and snow. Other weather channels are saying that too. In the Midwest, Matt Gay's wife pokes dark warning, cryptic message, deep state. Trump appointed RFK Jr. as Health and Human Secretary, so that's going to frighten the drug companies, the cereal companies, the meat companies. They're all going to be, and Dr. Fauci in panic. Yeah, Elon Musk wants to lock him up. So do I. That guy's a liar and a crook. So, they're already talking about this nonsense. The House has an investigation that the Justice Department dropped, and yet they're all talking about, well, allegations. It's all BS. It's more lawfare. The House is trying, his enemies in the House, and he went against the deep state and Department of Justice. So, and so I don't know what else to say, but I like Trump's appointment so far. And keep the hat on because it's still cold when I come in here. This jacket is, I lost my sweater. This jacket is not, well, I'm going to go find a line jacket because then I sweat to death, but it's just too cold, right? And it's only 50-some degrees, but for some reason at the bus stop across from the Safeway, the cold just comes, it's like fog almost, and then when it's windy, it's like freezing up there. So, nobody in chat. Where the hell are they? All these people, we love your videos, and they don't come in. And I can't do regular videos if I'm sitting here blowing my nose and coughing up stuff. I wake up every day and I cough up. I'm sorry to be so graphic, but I cough up stuff and it's terrible. And I'm sick of it. That's why I did not chew out the allergy lady, but I said, look, you guys got to do something. I've been coughing up stuff for years and I never get any closer to getting allergy shots. I'm allergic to grass. I keep getting sinus infections, bronchitis, and nothing gets done. So hopefully she'll get back to me and they can see me before the end of the year. That's about it. And the next step is to do at least one load of laundry, one kitty bed. I found a nice gray blanket out there. Kitten loves it. Mama cat cuddles with her. No rain in the immediate future, I hope. I had these by the balcony railing. They got soaked. So, and you'll see Kathy and I'll do some videos when we go to San Francisco. And I will be very glad. I paid $368 toward next month's rent. I have a credit. I can drop $100 on 3 credit cards, get them paid down a bit. I paid off 2 accounts, Ginny's and 1 credit card. That's $40 a month. And I'm looking forward to when the neighbor's friend takes Fluffy to the vet at the end of December so he can get well. Because I haven't had the money to get him well, much less me. Have to go to the pulmonary on the 12th. The knee appointment, knee surgery is the 20th. Told the doctor we'll be taking Uber because we don't have a car. The UCSF, for some reason, bizarrely, is car-centric. They seem to, you have to be driven out of here. Well, I don't have a car. What do? I take public transit to get here. So, which drives me, and they did that in my colonoscopy, and I said, look, we'll take a cab. And they relented. And I changed policy. They would not let someone go there without a car. And I said, you've got a whole city where everybody rides Muni and BART and AC Transit and Samtrans and takes the train, and nobody drives in the city unless they're well off. They don't. People who have a lot of money have cars, not poor people on disability. So anyway, I watched mostly kitty videos today. I get a little weary of all the Trump talk. I'm very happy he won the election. And those ridiculous comments. This guy, Gates, is unqualified, blah, 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 blah. You know, you could have Jesus Christ nominated to be Secretary of State and they would criticize him for whatever. These people are crazy. And the reason they lost is people are tired of, no, this bag is torn to hell. They're tired of being told what the hell to do. And how to live their lives. And told that when, what was that? Just my cane falling. When people are struggling to pay their credit cards, their housing payments, their car insurance, their car payments, their buy food for them and their family, and have to work 2 and 3 jobs. Oh, I'm Kamala Harris. I'm going to raise your taxes. And people probably said, screw that. And illegal aliens. And the other day, a sheriff in New York State, a bunch of illegals tried to break into a jewelry store through the roof. They didn't succeed. Then they tried to go through the wall. They got caught. And they said the New York laws are idiotic. They don't put them in jail. They let them out with collars. They let them keep the tools they try to break into the store with, so they cut the collars off their feet. So now they're out in the wild. And he said one illegal raped a 5-year-old girl last week. This is why we need to get these monsters, these criminals, the hell out of the country. And I don't give a damn what anybody on the left says. And they're talking on The View about, you're going to deport grandmothers and mothers and fathers. And, you know, anybody deported gets a hearing. They don't just get thrown, unless they're caught in the act, criminals. Now, maybe you get lucky, you catch them in Texas or Florida in a red state, they get kept in jail instead of New York State with Kathy Hochul, who passes laws where nobody goes to jail. Let them out. You can let them out in 24 hours, they can commit murder. This is what we got to deal with. We got stupid leftist politicians who think it's open season on the citizenry. They're more worried about the quote, end quote, newcomers or migrants. No, they're illegal aliens. They aren't no damn migrants. They aren't newcomers. They violate federal law. And when they commit crimes, they probably violate state law. So throw them all out. The ones that are not criminals, give them an opportunity. I like what one guy said, I can't remember who it was. Give them an opportunity to apply to come back into the country legally and wait for the length of time you got to wait to be naturalized and take the test and become a citizen. I have no issue with that. I'm sure there are a lot of decent people that just want to get out of some of their countries, like Venezuela. El Salvador just did something. The president called all the he called all the heads of all the departments of all the government agencies and said, we're all going to investigate you for crime and fraud, and you're all going to go to prison. That's more sweeping than what Trump's doing. They're all going to jail. Wouldn't that be something? Everybody in the DOJ and the FBI and the CIA who created all these false things, Russia, and working with Putin, and all lies. And a phony case in New York where they convicted him of 49 cases or counts, and they had to change the law to go after him because the statute of limitations had passed, and nobody lost any money in the banks, and Trump didn't lose any money, no one was hurt. And you got the crooked case of the woman who accused him of rape. They found him not guilty of that, but granted her money for slander. And yet she claimed that 15 other guys assaulted her. She's nuts. And the one in Florida, the guy in Jack Smith is resigning. And he asked for the case to be dismissed, apparently, so that case in Florida is gone. All that lawfare will be thrown out the door when Trump gets a new attorney general, whether it's Gates or somebody else. And I'm very happy that Robert F. Kennedy has been named to Health and Human Services. He's going to go after the cereal companies, the pharmaceutical companies, the meat companies, get our food and get all this crap out of our food, dyes and chemicals and everything else. I was shocked. I didn't realize in Europe they don't allow certain things in food. You go to McDonald's, they got 3 ingredients. You go here, they got 17 ingredients, probably all chemicals in a French fry. And somebody on, I think it was Benny Johnson, said, wonder if he can get Trump to wean him off of McDonald's. I don't think that's going to happen. All right. So it's an exciting time because we need reform in our government. And one other thing we need that nobody comes up with except Tyrus on Gutfeld is, lock them up. Term limits. We get term limits, get people like Mitch McConnell and the clone who they just elected Senate Majority Leader. 2 terms in the Senate, 2 terms in the House, and they're gone. Yeah, once you eat the bugs, yes. I do not eat the bugs. Closest I come to eating bugs is lobster and crab. I love spin boil. So, and the number one guy I would love to lock up is Fauci, who said with Biden, if you take the vaccine, it's safe and effective and you won't get COVID. Well, I got news. I got it twice. Top Cat got it. Low Top Cat, Low Bellamy Cat, and all the cats. All my channel members. My niece's daughter and her children got it. Patty didn't get it. They got the vaccine. Kathy didn't get it. My friend Paul didn't get it, but I got it twice. I received, and they're paying $15 million a year to give him secret service protection because he got death threats. Well, screw that. Let him hire. He's worth $20 million now. Let him hire his own private security, not the taxpayer pay for that bum. That guy needs to go to prison. And one commentator said there's evidence that he worked with the Chinese to develop COVID to kill people. I don't know if it's true or not, but it's what I heard on one video. So, okay, anyway. Thank God for lemon lip, because if I start coughing, I can not gasping for air and helps my throat. And I'm going to pulmonary because they want to examine my throat. There's scarring under my larynx. Probably all the coughing of acid reflux and coughing up mucus and the other thing. All these years has scarred my throat. Well, now I'm over the COVID totally, but the first time it screws your long-term memory. And then the other thing, the Pfizer vaccine made my hands, feet, fingers, and toes go numb with screaming pain. I dropped the iPad in my eyeball because my hand dropped the iPad in my eyeball because my hand went dead. And I can't see it. I got to call the ophthalmology clinic in Berkeley. So, but the first time I coughed, and I luckily called the ambulance by Monday. I couldn't get the air in my lungs. I was so congested. I almost died the first time. The second time I got it, I just coughed up a lot of stuff and coughed up, and then I had to go. They wanted me to go into the doctor in San Francisco 3 or 4 times until they said, you're finally clear of COVID. That took about 3 weeks. And I self-quarantined myself except for cat feeding at night. I stayed in the house. So yeah, I think it took a toll on my right lung. That's where all the coughing. The left lung, no coughing, no mucus, no I can't remember now. No pus and nothing. So But the right lung, I can feel it in my lung. It's like it hurts because I'm coughing so damn much. And then my sinuses drip and drain, and oh God, and then my knee swells up with the rain. So arthritis, you know. So I would not. And the guy, coin guy, was spectacular. He got it twice, and he's about my age. It took a toll. I think anybody who gets it. Biden got it. Trump got it. But then they got surgeon generals and all kinds of doctors. They don't have to worry about being poor and not getting shots or whatever the medical treatment they need. Guys like me, and I'm just lucky I didn't die. So, and every day, when I was younger, I questioned the existence of God. But every day at midnight, when I see it turns midnight, I say, thank you, God, for another day of life. So I would not eat the bugs. Before the pandemic, there was a restaurant in L.A. They would have beetles and larvae and all kinds of stuff. It was really gross. I watched a video on it. And they would sit there around the table, you know, like a round table, and they would just be chowing down on bugs. No, I'm not going to eat no bugs. Of course, there might be bugs in your cereal. You know, according to one site I read, Hershey bars are allowed to have a certain percentage of bug antenna in the chocolate. They're going, no! So, we got to change our food laws so there's no stuff that doesn't belong in there. No chemicals, no dyes, no nitrates. They put nitrates in lunch meat and in smoked meats and other things. You know, I'm not going to go PETA here and not eat meat, but my doctor said lay off red meat as much as possible, too. So, it's stabbing pains in my side. It's probably from coughing. The ribs hurt after a while when you cough too much. So, I get stabbing pains, probably my sciatic nerve still, too. All right, I'm going to go. Nobody else is in chat. Thank you, Spin Whale, for coming in. Channel members, I will do. Oh, is Newsom going to pay for it? Oh, no. Medicare will pay for my knee surgery. So, or Medi-Cal, I'm not sure. That bum. He's turned out, thank God. But his unelected board that he put all his buddies in who hate the automobile, or he's doing it, in 2026, the gas tax is going to go up $2 a gallon. I expect that some conservatives will put a ballot initiative to overturn that, because then your gas I saw was $4.39.59 as I go by on the bus. I'm not looking all the time. Most expensive gas is Shell and Chevron, but that means you're paying $6.50 a gallon for gasoline for regular, because they want everybody to ride public transit. They're obsessed with riding public transit, and as one who doesn't have a car, and Kathy saved up about $3,000 to order a car, taking the bus sucks because you can't go where you want to go, when you want to go. You can't go at night. You can't go on the weekends after a certain time. You can't go in the morning. You can't take a trip. And you're not going to be riding Greyhound all over the hell place. So, yeah, well, you know, we did make inroads. 40% of the vote went for Trump in this state, which is unheard of. And if you were to divide the line down the middle of the state, and I've never understood, they've talked about it, but why the conservatives are on the east side of the state. All the conservative counties are on the east. The liberals are on the left by the coast. And I don't know why someone doesn't actually come up with a thing to say we want to separate the state into a separate state, Jefferson or whatever we would call it. Pity Washington is taken, maybe Lincoln, and have the state go one side conservative. The state is dominated by Sacramento and Los Angeles. At one time, Benicia across the bay here was the state capital. And they moved to Sacramento, I guess, when the gold rush started. So, but the state is dominated by Sacramento legislature, they rig the laws so they stay in power in perpetuity. But there's a guy on YouTube, he just got elected to the assembly. He's a Republican and a conservative. And he had a video on this gas tax. So we did it before. They recalled Gray Davis, Democrat, and but they keep voting these people in, and they keep talking about San Francisco parts of it underwater in the next 30 years. But I remember the islands they talked about in the Pacific that would be underwater. And they're not. Now, there are two places in the country that do have issues with flooding, coastal flooding: Miami and Norfolk, Virginia. But if you take rocks and things, you can stop some of that. You can get the Corps of Engineers to build something to stop that flooding. But all these islands in the Pacific did not sink, did not get drowned. Nobody was hanging on a tree for dear life, for fear of going under. And I can remember in the 70s, they weren't talking about global warming, they were talking about global freezing, how we were all going to freeze to death. And that didn't happen. So anybody who talks about global warming and climate change is full of crap. And one crazy thing the Germans are doing, here the Germans, they're going to have a vote of confidence probably this month or in January. And if they don't get the vote of confidence, they're going to have new elections in February. They're spending millions of dollars to build green bicycle paths in Peru. And they say that having a bicycle path will make the air in Germany better. And I go like, that's nuts. Peru is thousands of miles away. How can that possibly make German air better? And Merkel, or I think it was Merkel, she went green, put windmills all over Germany, and the windmills broke down, and they almost lost all their power. So those people were insane. You have to have power generation to have an economy. You have to have manufacturing. Volkswagen just invested $800 million in some stock. Meet Kevin was talking about it. And they're having trouble, and they're telling their employees, we're not selling cars because the Chinese are dumping cars into Germany like crazy, and they're supposed to be pretty good quality, but we want you to take a 10% pay cut. And so they're probably going to have layoffs like crazy. But I can't wait for the layoffs in DOJ and HEW and the education department. We have government workers who haven't been in the office since COVID. They're staying at home, and we're paying them for it. And we have offices. I heard one figure, they said a government office had 7% occupancy. Well, it's time to close that down and get everybody back to work or fire them. And one thing about, I don't remember his name, True Warrior, 2 Bronze Stars, tours in Afghanistan and Iraq, always supported the military, Fox News weekend host. He's been nominated for Secretary of Defense. There's 900,000 employees at the Pentagon. That's got to go too. There's too damn many. That's bigger than San Francisco. Population in San Francisco is about 650,000. It may have gone up. I haven't looked. I used to look at the sign on the Golden Gate Bridge, but you don't need that many employees to run the Pentagon. Then they have to buy from commercial places instead of building on its own. The Army used to build their own artillery and stuff. And and then the other law, they passed this stupid law where if you get a contract and you only spend 90% of the contract, let's say it's for $10 billion, you have to spend the other 10%, and it's illegal to not do it. Those laws need to be reversed too. All right, I'm going to go. Have a good. They want to get rid of Big Bird. Well, They had some woman talking from PBS today. We fund PBS. It's a leftist. I'm talking about National Public Radio is leftist. I don't want to get rid of Sesame Street, but should we fund PBS and these local channels, like Channel 9 in San Francisco in perpetuity to put out propaganda for the left? I don't think so. I don't listen to NPR because I would listen and then I'd be ready to throw my radio against the wall and smash it with a hammer. So I used to be a Democrat at one time, but I saw my party taken over by the insane. I became a Reagan Republican. So, all right, let's one more look here, and then I'm going to go. I'm hungry, and I got to go feed Tiny One and Gray. So I like Big Bird. Of course, I like Cookie Monster. They changed Cookie Monster. They turned into Broccoli and Salad Monster. They always have to mess with stuff, and they always have to change things to make some agenda. Well, it's healthier food. The hell with that. You want to eat cookies? Eat cookies. I ate cookies a while back. I gained 5 pounds because I'm eating ice cream too. Kathy eats too much ice cream and shouldn't. All right, that's it for this one. Thank you for coming in, Spinfoil. Interesting comments. Yeah, Al Gore. One other thing. All these rich people, Al Gore, all the actresses and actors. What do they do? Leo DiCaprio, he just turned 50. They all fly around in private jets. That must contribute to global warming. They don't fly coach. They don't fly business class. And yet they lecture us on how we're all going to die in the next 20 years, 30 years. They keep giving these timelines, and the timelines come, and guess what? We're all still alive. We haven't died from global warming. I'm more worried about a Carrington event or an EMP pulse launches from Iran or North Korea than global warming. So we've had global warming in the past. We've had a Carrington event. We had the winter. We had the year without a summer where everything froze in the United States in the 1800s. People starved to death. There was no grain. There was no food for the cows and the chickens and the horses. We got through that. America will get through anything. We have the right leadership. All right, that's it. Have a good night. Stay dry, stay cool, stay warm, stay hydrated. Getting colder, getting closer to winter. And stay safe and watch the skies. Oh, by the way, big UFO hearing. They had a number of witnesses say the government knows the truth. The military knows the truth. The intelligence agencies know the truth about UFOs and aliens, and they will not release it. And they said it is way past time. I saw that on Fox this morning, too.